Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we finally got the Hisense 6 series in, and it has a lot of great features we're going to talk about on this video. The model I'm going to be using today is powered by Fire TV instead of Google, which would be pretty interesting to see all the different settings in it, but we'll get it out and take a closer look. Now the thing about this particular TV, it will support up to 144 Hertz. It also has the high view engine in it, 4 HDMIs. We'll find out how many are 2.0. And it does have up to 1000 nits of peak brightness, which is pretty good considering that this is not Hisense's most expensive television. Here's the feet that comes with it, made out of plastic. You also get this bag of accessories that has the power cord, user guide, and the remote control. You got your Alexa button, plus you have your navigation keys, some controls, as well as some hotkeys at the bottom. All right, let's go and get this ready to go. The feet are super easy to install. You just line them up into this little square right here and go ahead and screw it in. There's a speaker on each side of the bottom of the television, and then there's a press button right here to turn the TV off and select through some of the different inputs. And here's a closer look at the back of it. It has a standard power cord input. You have your screw holes to mount it on the wall, plus it has a built-in subwoofer. And this TV is loaded with inputs. We have a USB-C, 2 HDMI 2.0s, and this is eARC for your soundbar. We have 2 HDMI 2.1s, and again, these will support up to 144 Hertz. We have a TV tuner. We have an AV input with an adapter. You can hook up old players, and you do have a headphone output as well, which is pretty rare. And of course, it has Wi-Fi built in, a LAN connection, a digital output, and a second USB. And last thing you need to do is go ahead and pull off the screen protector, and you'll see a yellow tab. Before we get started, just let you know that these TVs are available from a 55-inch all the way up to a massive 100-inch screen. So I got everything all set up, and I'll show you it later on in the video, but I want to show you the picture quality on this television, and I can say that it's very impressive. Not only that this TV is bright with up to 1000 nits, but it has up to 600 local dimming zones as well. And another thing about this TV is that it uses quantum dot technology, and I can say honestly it has some really great colors on it. And what I'm seeing so far, if you're looking to save some money and you want to get a TV that has a high performance level, this one seems to be pretty good so far, but we'll do some more tests on it so we can see how accurate it is watching different types of content on it. But what I'm seeing right now is looking pretty good. So now we're going to take a look at the picture profiles on this TV, and just so you know, you do have your local dimming settings right here. As you see right there, if you don't want to have as much contrast, you can adjust that. And you can also go down here and change the peak brightness. But in vivid mode, it's going to be at the highest, and that's what gives vivid is brightness. There's also some advanced settings down here, like filmmaker's mode. You can also set it for intelligent picture, where it automatically adjusts itself. Now, as far as other picture profiles, we have standard, and this is what you're going to use on your daily basis, in my opinion. We have movie mode that gives it that nice warm look to it, and this is a great format, but it loses those punchy colors that you get in some of the other formats. You also have sports, and this is going to be great for motion, and then we have filmmaker's mode. Now the TV is in HDR10 Plus mode, and that's what Samsung normally uses, so this TV does support pretty much everything. But here's the vivid mode, and then we have the standard that gets really dark in my opinion. We have movie mode, and that's going to be even darker, but keep in mind these profiles you can use more nighttime watching or make some adjustments. Then we have sports mode, adds a little more color, and then we have filmmaker's mode. In my opinion, movie mode is the most accurate, but I would have to add some brightness back to it to lighten things up. As far as Dolby Vision, we have Dolby Vision IQ, Dolby Vision Dark, Dolby Vision Vivid, which blows everything out. Dolby Vision Standard looks a little flat to me. And then we have Dolby Vision Sports and Games. So I actually like the game setting, and I do like the IQ settings. If you go to the dark, see, it almost gets too dark, but that gives you an idea of what to expect whenever you're buying this TV. And just keep in mind, you can go in here and adjust each profile any way that you like. Now we're checking out the settings on the Xbox Series X. And as you can see here, it will support up to 4K 120 Hertz. There's no option for 1440p. And if we go over here to TV details, it supports everything that the Xbox supports, and that's including Dolby Vision Gaming. Now if we go to video modes, as you can see here, it does have auto low latency built in. So this TV is going to support everything except for 1440p according to what I can see so far.
Slow, 4 left of a crest, into 1 right, tightens, don't cut.
Biggest job we've ever done? You bet I am.
I had to be real with you guys. When I was using input 3, which the TV is still connected to, I was getting some different errors. Like for example, you can see variable refresh rate is not supported. 1440p is not supported and 1080p is not supported. But watch this. I'm going to go ahead and unplug input 3 and move it over to input 4. Now we have that plugged in. Let's switch to inputs on the television. As you can see right now we're on input 4. Now we have VRR supported as well as HDR. And now when we test out 1440p, it is running. And now this TV will support your variable refresh rate and 1440p. So if you're using the input 3, it may be blocking the 1440p, so you will have to use input 4. And in some cases, you won't be able to get the variable refresh rate to work as well when it's using input 3. But now when we go back up here, everything's supported up to 120 Hertz, 1440p is supported up to 60 Hertz, and 1080p is supported up to 120 Hertz. And I find that very interesting.
Speaking of soaring, get a load of that jump. There you have it, folks. The numbers are going through the roof.
Now we did a little gaming. I'll show you this TV does have a few more options in here. Now if we go down to picture and go down to your input settings, we click on game, you can see this is where you can access your AMD FreeSync and you can access your auto low latency. Now we could do some TV testing, starting off with blooming, and I definitely can see just a little bit around these logos. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but let you know there is some blooming. And this is pretty common with mini LED televisions, but you got to consider you are getting a much brighter screen and you are saving some money. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that looking at this TV and a dirty screen effects test, I can say that it is pretty solid. And as we go through these different levels, you can see that the dirty screen is still pretty solid on this TV. So in my opinion, Hisense is nailing it, and you will get some from time to time, but it's not going to be bad at all. And before we talk about upscaling, I want to show you some of the different things you can do with this picture as far as stretching it out. And take a look at the picture sizes. You can see we can do 16:9, 4:3. We can zoom into it. That's going to fill the whole screen. And then we have native. So as you can see here, that zoom feature is going to allow you to fill the screen. But keep in mind that you will be cropping off some of the information. But in my opinion, I think the upscaling is working decent on this television. It's not perfect, but this is 720p and it actually looks pretty clear. I can see a little bit of artifacts around the images here, but nothing that's major. And here we have 1080p. It's going to be ideal for a 4K television to be able to get the best picture quality. And I think you'll be happy. Just make sure that you get the right content going to these TVs to get the best picture quality possible. Now we're going to check out motion, and right now we have the TV at 24 frames per second. One of the great things about the Fire TV is that now you can adjust the motion. Before you couldn't do that. So if you go down to your picture settings and go down to advanced settings, you can see there's a motion option right now, and right now it's on standard. But if I turn it off, you can see that it does get really bad. We have custom. If you press on custom, you can go back and then you can manually adjust the judder and the blur reduction. So this is ideal if you're getting that soap opera effect that you don't want to have. Plus we have film mode, which makes everything a little bit smoother, clear, standard, and we have smooth. Now we switched over to 60 frames per second, and this TV is very smooth. And keep in mind, it has a motion rate of 480, and this is going to allow you to make all types of adjustment with that judder to be able to get the smoothest possible picture. So I would say that this TV looks pretty good for motion. And the last thing we're going to check out is the skin tones. And let's see here, if I go ahead, go back into the picture profiles, we can look at the different ones. Right now it's on standard mode. If we go to vivid mode, it actually doesn't look bad. It looks very white and very detailed. Standard kind of let's take away from some of that punchiness colors. And then we have movie mode, gives you that flat look, and this is ideal for watching your movies. We have sports mode, and then we have filmmakers mode. So you can see that the TV did get a little bit dimmer. Back to movie mode. And before we move on, I want to show you a few last demos so we can take a look at that contrast on this television. And so far it's looking really good. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but the black levels on this television are really good. And the fact that you're not spending a lot of money makes it that much better. But here's some demos so you can take a look and see what you think. Now you will get a little bit of blooming from time to time, but on average, I don't think it's something that you're going to notice unless you have credits at the end of a movie or something like that. Now we're taking a look at a glare test, and you will get some glare out of this TV. And I'll go turn the lights on so you can see how well it performs. Now keep in mind, I do have a black screen behind me, but you can see me right there. So that's the glare on this TV. It's not too bad, but you will see some. Now keep in mind, this is a vertical alignment panel. So as we actually go to the side, you will lose some colors, but just keep in mind that this TV is going to have a sweet spot if you sit directly in front of it, or if you stay within 78 degrees of the TV screen. Now, as far as audio, this TV has plenty of sound modes. You have movie, music, sports, and you can customize it. We also have advanced settings where you have virtual Dolby Atmos, and you do have a surround sound emulator. Plus, you can enhance the dialogue, and you have an EQ here at the bottom where you can control all the different frequencies. But the biggest thing is, what does it sound like?
This is a Tech Steve voice audio test to see how good this TV sounds.
In order to set up this Hisense Fire TV, you will need the internet, an Amazon account, and have all your devices connected. You can also use the Amazon app instead of the remote control. First thing you would do is choose your language. And if you have the Amazon app, you can go ahead and scan this barcode and then go ahead and connect your Wi-Fi or your internet. And you can set it up as a full Amazon working TV, or you can do just your basics. And then you'll need to sign into your Amazon account. And if you have the application, you can use the barcode. Now press on continue. You can save your Wi-Fi passwords on your Amazon account if you like. And if you have other Fire TVs, you can restore from a previous backup. Now this TV does have ambient mode. And just so you know, there will be some screens for trial memberships as you setting this up. Now, if you have any applications, you can go ahead and hit get started and go ahead and add the ones you want, or you can hit no thanks. There's a parental control as well. And there's a welcome screens that shows you some different things like personalize your profile, how to navigate, and customize the picture. And if you did hook up an antenna, you can scan for channels. And that's pretty much it. All you need to do is select your profile and go ahead and log in. Now, I'll just show you a quick overview of the menu system. And I will tell you that the remote control does not have an input button. You'll have to go here to change your inputs. But there's all your connections right there. Anything that you save will be in My Stuff. You can search. This takes you to the home screen. And this is live TV if you have an antenna plugged in. Plus, Amazon has streaming channels as well. This list is where you can store your most common applications that you use. And once you hit the gear, you have access to all the different parts of the TV, and you can customize it as you will. Now this TV does have voice command, so if you hit the blue button on the remote control, what's the weather like today in San Diego? You'll get this pop up on the screen, and plus you can use the voice command to operate your different smart home devices as well as open up applications. The 65-inch Hisense that I'm using on this video today sells for $650 right now, and I think it's a great value because you get up to 1,000 nits of peak brightness, 600 local dimming zones, and you have a TV that has the Fire interface. So if you're an Amazon fan, you'll definitely like that. The only downsides I found is that I did get some blooming on the television. So if you watching a movie and get those credits, you might see a little bit of glow around the image. Also, the source button is not available on the remote control. You have to hit this gear, and then you can change your inputs there, or you go back to the home screen and change it there. But other than that, I like the colors on it. I like the black levels overall, and I think it's a good value. So if you're interested in learning more, I'll leave all the links in the description below. You can go check out other reviews. If you're interested, you can purchase it. Completely up to you. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.